Hey guys, Fistboo2 here, and we are back with another Little Nightmares 3 theory video. So I would say let's just get straight into it, and this one is more of a kind of like a sensitive one, and it is whether or not Little Nightmares 3 will be a letdown. Before this video starts, I do want to say that there will be spoilers for the Sounds of Nightmares podcast, Little Nightmares 1, and a tiny bit of Little Nightmares 2. It's nothing of the game really, it's more of the key art. Also, before this video starts, I want to say that I'm posting this on, well, I'm recording this on the 10th of February 2024, and a few hours ago there was a statue announced. I'll put up some pictures on screen of it, and it looks really cool. It's unfortunately only a Europe exclusive, and it's 180 euros. Personally, I've already bought it, and yeah, it just looks like it's Mono and Six standing on a pile of items based off the key art. So I'll put a picture of the key art. So as you can see, it's basically the same thing there, and as you can see, there's TVs, there's blocks with letters on them, there's a painting of someone. Actually, I'm not really sure who that could be, but it probably is just probably just a random portrait of someone, like a self-portrait, or maybe it's a teaser to a boss we'll see in Little Nightmares 3. And there's also a some wood. There's the music box at the back. There's books and basically just loads of random stuff. So with that out of the way, I think we should just get straight into the theory. So before I say anything, change is not always bad. I know sometimes someone like me, I hate change, but change is sometimes good as well, which is a good thing. So just starting us off, probably the biggest thing is the change of companies. Supermassive Games is obviously taking Tarsia's place to carry on the story of Little Nightmares, the Little Nightmares universe, and to tell a story and make the rest of the games. But Supermassive have made some amazing games. Like, my favorite game they've made is The Quarry. I've never played it. I've watched a YouTube video on it, and it's amazing. But I'll pop up loads of pictures on screen of the games they've made, and they're really high quality. Also, I'm pretty sure that Supermassive is more popular than Tarsia, which is always a good thing. And as I said, there's a saying, but Supermassive Games they're not changing the story, but carrying it on. So that's a good thing. They're not going to tweak the story, and they're not going to change the story completely. They're going to keep on, they're going to carry on the story and keep on the same road. Because I'm pretty sure also they have like a book. Tarsia wrote down a book for like the last Little Nightmares game, and the story, where's it going to end up. If I had to guess, it would be Six dying or something. But yeah. Also, if you have a look at these screenshots, you can see that they have nailed the look of every Little Nightmares game. Obviously, most of them are in the sandy kind of biome, but that's only literally for only one chapter, I'm pretty sure, and the rest is Little Nightmares style, which I'm really happy about. In the pre-alpha gameplay, which you're seeing on screen now, I'm pretty sure we can all agree that the game looks absolutely incredible, and it's only a pre-alpha, which is amazing. So pre-alpha means very early stages of the game, and it looks really good. We've only seen a tiny bit of the game, and it already looks awesome. It's already got my buy. I'm definitely 100% playing it on the channel, definitely buying it. Also, Supermassive Games is familiar with the Little Nightmares franchise, considering they're the company that made the enhanced edition of Little Nightmares 2, meaning they've already interacted with not the story, but they've already interacted with Bandai before. And I think I mentioned it in one of my videos, like a Little Nightmares 3 question mark video. I'll put a picture up on screen of I do mention that I think Supermassive's going to carry it on, so they've got a feel of Little Nightmares already, which is always a good thing. Talking about the Little Nightmares 2 Enhanced Edition, there also could be a Little Nightmares 1 Enhanced Edition made by Supermassive Games, considering there is a leak about it. So that would be really cool, because you'd probably get it free, and hopefully maybe we'll get it before Little Nightmares 3, which would be really cool. moving on to the next point of why Little Nightmares 3 could be a letdown is the co-op, and the co-op is what's scaring me the most about the game, to be honest. And I am scared on how they will implement this feature. For instance, what happens if one player dies but the other doesn't? Will the game reset to the last checkpoint, or when the player who is alive reaches a checkpoint, will the player who died spawn back in, like we see in all of the games? So, how will that work? If you're running away from a boss and your teammate dies, will the game just end and you'll start from the last checkpoint, or will it wait until the other person, if they make it to another checkpoint, they'll just appear out of nowhere and wake up? Considering there's a dream world, that kind of makes sense, but kind of not at the same time. Also, if you're playing single player, considering the role Low and Alone equally as important that we've been shown so far, will the NPC be really smart to complete some puzzles? Like, because you have to be equally smart, you have to be equally wise, and you're doing the same amount of work as both of the players, will you have to do all the mandatory work and the NPC will do all the easy work, or will the NPC have to be buffed and it will be really, really smart or something? I'm not really sure how that works. Also, it probably will have a few bugs when it first releases, and considering it's a change of companies and the first game they've actually made for Little Nightmares, they've already put co-op in there, so maybe it'll be a bit faulty for the third game, but hopefully the fourth game will be a bit better if there is a fourth game. But on the positive side, it will be really fun. Like, imagine running away from a giant monster, some amazing music in the background with your friend. That would be really, really, really fun. So, moving on to the comments. So, the first comment is from Ryan Series. So, Ryan Series says, I actually got a couple ideas and theories for you. Number 1, the dark fog is made by the ferryman to take kids to the world of Little Nightmares and take them to the moor to be eaten from the guests. 2, one of the locations I am really looking forward to, I'm guessing that's supposed to say, is the factory. It looks like this location will have a lot of enemies, such as the leeches, the multi-handed monster, the shadow kids. Although we didn't see them there, but just a thought I had. Number 3, what locations do you see interesting Little Nightmares 3? And finally, number 4, you can try a lot of amazing horror games that you might be interested in, such as Roblox Doors if you want to. So, if you see in this clip, you can see Low and Alone being taken by the dark fog that looks to be. And personally, I think that's just the starting of the game, and it would be cool for the ferryman to be the producer of the black smoke, and that's how they get pulled into the nowhere. But as I said, I'm pretty sure that's just the start of the game, like we had the door in Little Nightmares 2. But some people saying it's the mirror that will be the thing, which also makes sense, but I'm going to stick with my theory, and I think that makes the most sense, because that's either just a useless thing they've made, because I don't think that'll actually be in the game. So, yeah. I'm not sure about the dark fog being made by the ferryman, but we do know that the ferryman is the entity who takes the kids to the nowhere and to the moor. So if you have a look at, I'm pretty sure this is the factory screenshots, but I'm excited to see who or what will be in this factory. It has a lot of potential. The leeches could very well be in the factory, and I am almost 100% certain that the multi-hand monster will be the main enemy of the factory. I don't think it's very likely for the shadow kids to be in there though, considering they're usually just on the moor. And out of all the teaser images that we've been shown, I'm most excited for the carnival. I'll pop up a picture on screen of the carnival right now, because I feel like this game, I feel like this chapter has a lot of potential to be the scariest and the most horrifying chapter in the game. Maybe we could see a clown enemy or something like that. Thanks for the suggestion. Also, if you guys do want me to play some other horror games such as Roblox Doors, make sure you like the video and tell me what games to play down in the comments. Thanks for your comments, Ryan Series. I really appreciate it. Too Swifty says, this is my theory for Little Nightmares 3. I believe that it's going to be a sequel, but will only have little nods to Little Nightmares 1/Little Nightmares 2. The reason I think this is because there was an interview with Caroline Feniello, that's the producer or the person in Supermassive. Sorry if I pronounced the name wrong. I'm pretty sure it's Swedish, I think, something like that. But I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, Caroline. Let's say I'm already pronouncing it wrong. But the producer of Little Nightmares 3, and when she was asked if it was going to be a sequel to Little Nightmares 1/2, she said, Little Nightmares 3 is a brand new story set in the universe of Little Nightmares, with its own original characters and environments. Players don't need to have to play Little Nightmares 1 or 2 to be able to enjoy Little Nightmares 3. However, veterans of the series might be able to find some nods linked to the previous games. This made me think that Little Nightmares 3 will take place after Little Nightmares 1 because she says that veterans might find nods linked to the previous games, meaning that it's not a new universe/story. Another thing I want to point out is that in the podcast, I'm pretty sure it takes place in the nowhere, and then in brackets, I'm a little fuzzy with this info, which happens to be where Little Nightmares 3 will take place. Another connection that I believe the podcast has to Little Nightmares 3 is that Noon, which is the main girl, the protagonist, mentions gears a couple of times in her nightmares, just like we seen in the trailer for Little Nightmares 3. Sorry for making this so long. There's no need to apologise, most series are really long, and if you haven't watched, considering you said that you were a little fuzzy with the Little Nightmares, Sounds of Nightmares podcast, I would definitely recommend go listen to it on YouTube or Spotify. It's way worth it. But this is a really good theory with some really, really good points. And when you said a brand new story and you don't have to play any of the previous games, then both quotes, they are more to do with marketing and to sell more copies. I know that's a disappointing answer, but if you look at most game interviews, 9 out of 10 times, they usually just say that, and it's usually just to sell more copies of the game. Also, the Sounds of Nightmares takes place in the counties, which is like America, for instance, or any country in the world. It is basically the real world. All Little Nightmares games take place in the nowhere. The nowhere is like another reality, a new dimension. As I said, the ferryman takes them out of the real world, most likely when they are sleeping, and brings them to the nowhere. Thanks for your comment. So guys, this is the end of the video. This was a surprisingly fun video to make, but overall, no, I'm not scared. I'm not scared for the future of Little Nightmares, and I don't think Little Nightmares 3 is going to be a letdown. Hopefully, Little Nightmares 3 is the best Little Nightmares game there is. The game looks absolutely incredible so far, and hopefully, it's like that for the rest of the Little Nightmares franchise. So, don't forget to like and subscribe, and more importantly, leave your comments down below for a chance to be in the next video. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.